We're live. Hello, friends. I see that Patrick was here. Patrick and Sheeta were here earlier. Oh, I got to turn the volume down because that's me. So we've been talking about depression because this month is this is the worst month for me. And I know I shouldn't do that because it looks better when I don't, but it drives me crazy in my face. Remember when you were little and your mom or grandma or somebody used to say, "Get your hair out of your face"? So I still do. I don't like it in my face. I don't know. Anyway, my cat is driving me nuts. He will not leave this container of food for the outside the feral cats. He will not leave it alone. Anyways, so we've been talking about depression. January is a difficult month for me with the seasonal affective disorder. It's gray outside and it's snowing. Hi, Joe. Patrick was here earlier. Well, you can see that 110. So, hey, Maniac Grammy, how are you? It's good to see you. I got my notification out at like 11 or 10:30. So I'm glad you saw that. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I'm so glad you're good. I'm so glad you're good. I know you're still just rocking the YouTube. I just lost my want to do, I guess. Life got in the way. But we've still been doing Wellness Wednesdays. So there is that. Yes, you are. Hey, Crystal. I'm sorry, can't stay today. Gonna take a nap and I'm tired. Oh, okay, Zach. Have a great nap. We'll see you later. Mm. Um, I ate lunch. This is just a muffin. I have some coffee. Let's see. So my depression gets worse at this time of year. And I was thinking, so I don't have suicidal ideation. I take a lot of mental health meds that help with that. And I am taking my medication. What was for lunch? Oh, I had some ramen noodles with teriyaki sauce on them. They were high protein though. I've been trying to find the high protein noodles, and they're so easy to make. So yeah, and I try to stay away from all the sodium. I try to not use like the whole packet if I can avoid it. I do take medication for high blood pressure, so there is that. Um, so yeah, Zach, it was ramen. I don't know if you like ramen. There's a crack in my phone, so it looks like Crystal has a crack in her. No crack. Yeah. So yes, that's what we've been talking about. I did take my medication earlier. I have some coffee. I'm gonna drink that and see if that helps. I'm still having the brain fog. You too, Joe. I'm so glad it's not because it's so easy to make. It's so easy to make. She's thinking about supper. Oh, that's good, Zach. Mm. It's so easy to make. I went to Aldi's yesterday and I found a couple that had high protein noodles. And it was actually pretty good today. Yeah. It said I can't remember what it said, 12 or something, but the ramen that you get from like the dollar store, that doesn't have any protein in it. So you love ramen too? I know it's so easy to do. And then I bought the freeze dried vegetables so I can add extra vegetables. And so that helps give it a little more nutrition. Mm. But yeah, so easy to make. My cat is going to bug me all day. What do you think about making for supper, Maniac Grammy? I made soup beans yesterday. And we call them, they're pinto beans, but we call them, in Michigan, we call them soup beans. And we're going to have that for dinner as well. I just can't get shrimp ramen as I'm allergic to shellfish. Yeah, I don't either. I like to eat shrimp, but I don't want it in my soup. Does that make any sense? It doesn't have high protein, Joe, but they're coming out with noodles that are high protein. You know how you get the noodles just for your spaghetti? They have higher protein noodles. Chicken, rice, vegetables in a casserole. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Yeah. So, and it was only $1.39 for the cup. So, hello from a not so secret diary from a cold UK. It's cold here in the States as well. It's good to meet you, unless you've been here before and I just don't recognize your name. So, we're talking today about depression, just anything about it. But I, particularly in January, I don't feel motivated. If I eat shrimp, I ordered it from a restaurant, not thinking, and I broke up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My husband gets deathly, very, very, yeah. It's 6:30 p.m. here and I'm eating lasagna. Ooh, that sounds yummy. So it's only just 1:30 here. So we just had lunch and you're having dinner. That's always interesting to me. So let's see, what was I saying? So I'm still having the brain fog. So I got some coffee in my Ravenclaw mug because I'm a Ravenclaw. And I have to show you my slippers. I got 2 pairs of Harry Potter slippers. If you guys know Harry Potter, this is the monster book. These are my slippers. They're so cute. So there are things that bring me joy. It's the motivation. It's the getting up off the couch. And so, like I said, I am not having any form of suicidal ideation because I am taking my meds. So what I'm wondering is, this is the question. I'm always worried about it. Because I have been in that situation before, hopeless, before I started taking the medications that I am on now. So I don't want to be there. But I'm just not motivated. Should I be worried or can I just not be motivated in January? So I was thinking about that. I'm thinking like, am I overthinking? I'm overthinking being depressed. And so just talking to you guys last week, it helped so much. Helped so much. It was a great chat. And yeah, and I took a shower today. Since the last time we met today, because I wanted to be accountable to you guys. But I just didn't feel like it. I've been watching a lot of TV. I mean, is it okay? I think it's fine to think about it. Okay. But is it okay to just not worry about it till the spring? I'm still taking my meds because, like I said, I can get to another level if I don't take my medication. But I'm still not motivated. And I'm worried. Do I even need to be worried? January, I feel the most depressing month of the year. It's dark and cold and miserable and nothing to look forward to. I agree 100%. Um, I keep giving myself goals. I'm going to take down my Christmas decorations this past weekend. I didn't do it. I need to do dishes. I need to do the laundry. And I don't feel motivated. So, thank you, Joe. I think it's fine to think about it. Yeah. I'm thinking that maybe I need to stop thinking about it and just be in the moment, you know? Is this the cranberry orange? Or blueberry? It said lemon poppy seed. Maybe it said lemon blueberry poppy seed. Yeah. I am my meds are helping me with that. So and if I was in a very bad place where I was having suicidal ideations or self-harming or anything like that, then I would definitely go to the psychiatrist and get my meds changed or increased or whatever. And it's only like January into February. Once it starts to warm up, it goes away. So I'm thinking that I'm overthinking and that I should just relax about it and not set those goals and just do what I can do. Um yeah. Have you tried a sad light? Yes, I have one of those. I do have one of those. And I do turn it on once in a while, but I just sometimes I don't want to turn it on. So I do have one. It's right. Let's see if you can see. See this circle here? That's my light. So I will sometimes do that. Show, yeah, I have one. It's right by, this is my couch. This is where I sit. This is where my butt gets connected, and it's magnetic, so it's hard to get my butt disconnected from the couch. I know I'm being silly because I know some people have deep, dark. I mean, it's not just sad, it's deep, dark. Um, what is a sad light, Joe? This light is supposed to um, mimic sunlight. So I don't know if you can see. You probably can't see it real good with it pointing at you, but so the see the light out of my regular light is kind of orange, and this light is kind of blue. This is supposed to mimic daylight, and it's supposed to give you a feeling of sun being on you. And I like it. It does work, and I do use it. I just, I don't know. I just am just not motivated, and I don't want to. I don't want to. Oh, I don't know. Just give me some advice. What we were supposed to talk about last week is what can we do, things to do to come out of depression. And that's when I was thinking, if it's not severe, it makes me not motivated. But if it's not severe, like I can't leave the house type thing, or like I said, self harm and things like that, um, I'm thinking maybe I don't know. I think I'm going to have to go day by day. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Like you said, don't overthink it. Just be in the moment. And dishes and laundry are every day, right? So there's that. But the sad light is supposed to help with the seasonal affective disorder because the reason we don't get enough vitamin D in the winter. I've been taking my vitamins because everybody around me is getting sick and I don't want to get sick. not enough vitamin D from the sunlight. And the sun is good for us, not too much, but the sun is good for us, and there is a function of it in our bodies. So that's why the light mimics the sunlight. And so maybe I need to start turning it on more often. So I think I might try that. Like, if I could, I think I would hibernate. Yes, I would like to be a bear and just sleep through it. Hmm. That would make me very happy. But, my husband can't do that. He would probably like to do that as well. Mm. Um, let's see. Other other recommendations on how to deal with depression. And also, in January, the way the weather goes back and forth, I'm having a lot more arthritic pain this year. And that does not help. Those of us who have chronic pain, yeah, me too, lol. I know. Just snuggle up with other bears and go to sleep. Um, so what was I saying? Oh, what some of the things that we can do to fight depression. Now, coffee helps me. So if I actually drink this coffee during the live, I will have lots of energy through it. Because if I get up and I just watch TV, I will take a nap in a couple hours when I can. Um, Going to the shop twice a week now is very good for me. I know that. So on those days, I am busy. I am occupied, and I feel useful. You know what I mean. So, but then when I'm at the shop, then the house, the cats drop things and knock things over, and so Outlaw Shetty. Oh, she's in the wrong chat. Miss Shelley. Let's see. Joe, can you text Shelly and tell her she's in the wrong chat? Whichever one she opened, she's in the wrong one. Morning. Hey, Jen. Love the hair down. You look fantastic. Thank you. I took my shower I got out at 10 after 1. This is the only shower I took this week, and I did it because I want to be accountable to all my friends here. And I don't think that's bad. I think that's good because that is a motivation. And thank you, Jen. But I ponytail it most of the time. That's why it's so long. I haven't trimmed it in quite a while. Yeah. Have you guys seen when they put the rubber bands in their hair and then they trim it online? I thought about doing that. Because I usually trim my own hair. And to get it layered, it's a lot more difficult than putting rubber bands in and then trimming the rubber bands. So let me know what you think about that too. So I've told you all the different things that I am going through. And I know that in general, I think like back in the cave times or whatever, I thought I taught Andy to cut my hair. Oh, that is I wish I could do that. I cut my husband's hair, but he would not cut mine. Yeah, if he messed it up, he'd probably feel like I would put the wrath on him, but I wouldn't. But yeah, that's cool, Jen. And for his hair, honest, all I do is take that and buzz him. Yeah. Mm. So did you hear me, Jen? What do you think about that ponytail method? I think I'm going to try it. Oh, he's so sweet. So sweet. Okie dokie. So, and we talked about my sad light. That is so cute, Jen. I told her, she said she's in the chat that the link was sent to. Really? Don't do the ponytail thing. Rarely does it come out. You don't do the ponytail thing. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. So I should just stick to my routine. Yeah, I usually do my bangs. Yay, Shelly! Yay! I was just talking about doing that, where people put their hair in the ponytail. Oops. Their hair in the ponytails and then they trim it up here. What do you think? Every time the hairdresser does it, it comes out. Are you trying to make me crazier than I already am? No, I am. I apologize for. I sent the link from this. I thought. All right. I'll stick to what's working. The hardest part is the back. Is getting the back. So I always ponytail that. I'll put it in a ponytail and then pull it up in the back there and trim it because I can't get it, you know. And then so between my bangs and whatever's down here, I'll do the face framing. You sent the link to the IG chat. Dork. Oh. Oh. That's my fault. Okay. Were you able to get in the IG chat, by the way? I think the Instagram did an update or something because I couldn't find it myself. I was like, it did get deleted. How did it get deleted? And then I was like, how am I going to remember everybody who was in the chat? Not sounding bad, but hairdressers went to school and understand how to do it correctly. Yeah. I am not trying to make you crazy. I think that ship has sailed, by the way. I don't think I can make you crazy. Mm. Crazier, maybe. Okay, so I won't do the ponytail cutting thing. R2. Okay, crazier. Yeah, Joe, I don't know what they did, but I couldn't find the chat myself either. And then I was looking around trying to find it, and I had a little red dot on that arrow thing, whatever that is. And when I pushed it, that's when I found the chat. Yeah. Yeah, just a couple of us, I guess. Right? Or when they update, do basic updates. Don't do an entire overhaul of the program because people like it the way it is. And so I used to just push the heart and it would come up. And now it's, I don't know. I don't know why they did that. Yeah, I was like, when I got Joe's message, I was like, looking for it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's gone. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I need to take a photo shot of that, of everybody who's in the chat, so I don't lose that. Yeah. Okay. So that did give me a rush of adrenaline this morning. I'm like, no, the chats. I mean, we've had that chat forever. I'm like, where is it at? Stupid Instagram, wiping all my stuff out. I'm about to delete my IG. I don't really use it anyway, Shelly said. Yeah. It's just that's where, if I don't put it anywhere else that I'm going live, I'll put it in the chat. But the first thing I did was StreamYard, and I think that was smart because StreamYard goes on YouTube. I don't think it goes on Instagram, but StreamYard goes on YouTube. And then when you post it, and then it'll go on again when the live's coming up. I think IG is overrated. Yeah, I prefer it to Facebook, but I know a lot of people prefer Facebook. And I'm trying to stay off the TikTok because I have an addictive personality. My addiction is food and shopping. So I have to watch out. Like that's why I don't have Temu, because I already have Amazon. I don't need another gateway to my addiction. So I know a lot of people use TikTok. And we try to do it for the shop. And I do need to update the website. But yeah, IG isn't the thing anymore. It's TikTok, I think. I'm in the deleting everything mood. You just want to go kind of like, what do they call it? Unplug everything. Don't delete me, please. Yeah. So I was talking about, before you came, Shelly, how I still have all the same feelings I had last week. I just took a shower today because I want to be accountable to all my friends here. And you see what happens when my hair is down? I can't stop playing with it. Thank you. I'm easily distracted. I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, but I'm sure there's a little bit of it in there. So my hair distracts me. So the ponytail helps with that. What was I saying? Oh, so I'm wondering, I'm taking my medications. So I'm not having, you're undeletable. Thank you. You're undeletable too, Shelly. So I'm thinking, what am I thinking? So I'm okay. So I'm taking my meds. So I'm not having any kind of self-harm or suicidal ideation. I'm not having any of that. If I did, I would go to the psychiatrist and have my meds adjusted. I would hope I would do that. You know what I mean? When you're in it, you don't know what you're going to do. But I would hope I would do that. But I'm not having that now. And that's thanks to my lives. It's thanks to you guys. Last week was awesome. And so perimenopause and menopause can cause ADHD symptoms. Yep. I don't know if it's menopause because I've always been a little forgetful, but it is getting worse. Yeah. So, now let me think. Okay, so I'm not having any of those symptoms. So I'm wondering, and I said earlier, I'm thinking that I'm overthinking this. Yes, Jen, it sucks big time. Your hormones go crazy. I've been staying to myself again lately. Some people are not happy about it, but it's the way I deal with too much BS in my life. I understand, Shelly. I understand. Let's see. So, since I'm not having any of those thoughts and I am just my number one, I'm sleeping okay because of the meds. So that's good. If I wasn't sleeping okay, I'd probably be on here going, you know. So, I, so I'm thinking, am I overthinking it? Since it's nothing dangerous at this point, and I'm taking my medications like I'm supposed to, should I just be okay with not being motivated? Yeah, and I was, yeah, and Joe was, we were going back and forth a little earlier. Um, I have to agree with you about last week. I felt good afterwards. Yeah, it was a really good chat. It was so good. Yeah. And I felt so much better. That's why now I'm saying, I am I worried about absolutely nothing, cuz I am a worrier. I have anxiety, depression. Sometimes it is difficult to be motivated in the wintertime. Yes. And January is the worst with this weather. I got I got Michelle a cup that says it's okay to not be okay. Did you get it for yourself or did you get it for someone else named Michelle? Because I have a shirt that says it's okay to not be okay. And I love that. Because I think that, yeah, and you're right, Shelly. That's kind of like where I'm at. I'm not okay 100%, but I should be able to be okay with it. Know a friend named Michelle. Okay. Hello. Hey, Nayavette. How are you doing? How's everything going in your mental health as well? We're talking about depression today, just kind of everywhere. I'm telling my story because January is the worst month for me. And for my anxiety, it's September. And it's got something to do with back to school. I haven't figured that out yet. Um so I think that was a good yeah, it's okay to not be okay. My lucky bag was shipped. Ooh. Um so that's where I need to go. I need to be okay with not being 100% okay. That's probably where I need to go. So thank you for that, Michelle. And I know that saying, but sometimes we just don't think about that stuff. I was in hospital for a week due to high blood pressure. Oh no. Have they gotten it under control with medicine? Or was something just going on? Or, yeah, I take medication for that's one thing I do have high blood pressure. But they put me on a cholesterol medicine and a that's the statin and a lisinopril. Is that the one for high blood pressure? Anyway, they put me on a cholesterol medicine and my cholesterol's fine, but she did that because I'm diabetic. I am on a diet and taking meds. Okay. Okay. So it's come down from 300 then, because they wouldn't have let you out of the hospital with that. Mhm. I have high blood pressure, which is under control. Yeah, -2. I try to watch my salt intake anyway. Oh, you're depressed all around. And see, that's why I take meds. I know you're not interested in that, but um uh the meds keep my depression reasonable on a day-to-day basis, just like normal people. But in this month of January, I get, even taking all of my meds, I'm like not motivated to do anything. Like I said, I took the shower today from last week. I didn't do it all week until today. And that's because I knew you guys, I was going to be accountable to you guys. And I think that's a good thing for me. Let's see. Taking on too much moving, helping my daughter with mental health. Right. And that can also increase your blood pressure as well. Yeah, stress. Because it's more controlled now. When I was actually working and under a lot more stress, that's when they put me on the medication. Stairs. Stains. Let me put my glasses on. Ooh, I want to. My cat it's the big guy. He's really irritating me. Oh, you think the statins? Because I take a Torvastatin. And Nay says it still goes up and down, but not that high. That's good. That means it's more under control. Oh, I see the lucky bag. Do it for yourself, not for other people. I know, but I am so unmotivated, Shelly, that I needed to be accountable. I needed that. That's why I used to go to AA meetings and NA meetings, and I don't do that anymore. Just we don't really have much available here because I need an adult child meeting, adult ACA meeting, and those definitely aren't here. They're in big cities more. I have periods of time when I just can't be bothered to brush my hair. I brushed it yesterday and I'm making videos to try to make myself accountable. I agree. The YouTube videos do help with that because right here, this is my example, is that today I knew I was coming live and I didn't want to come on here and say I didn't do it. I wanted to come on here and say, you guys encouraged me and you helped me and I did do it. But I only just did it 20 minutes before the live. So I understand that. Would you like to be called MRSP, Not So Secret Diary? What would you like to be called? Something shorter. And if it hopefully it's in the name of your channel because I will forget. Yes, they said almost had a stroke. That scared me. So I told my daughter it's so much I can do or deal with. Yes, that is yes. And you're lucky that, and I don't want to say lucky, you're blessed that you did not have a stroke at that 300 with your blood pressure. Joe says also, I'm Joe. MRSP, Not So Secret Diary. I'm gonna try to remember that it's Joe. Crystal, have you ever been in the kind of mood where you love pretty makeup but want to get rid of everything you have but want more at the same time? Absolutely. Absolutely. I got rid of so much stuff this summer. So much stuff. Especially because we were talking about how shipping is so high. And I did use the Pirate Ship app and it was reasonable because I told Shelly how much it was. And I was like, okay, that's much better than $20 to send this package. So I would highly recommend that. And I just I think they have my PayPal information, and so they charge you only just for that thing. You don't get charged a monthly fee or anything, and then you can print the UPS label right from there, or the whatever label right from there. And let's see. How can we do things for others but not do things for ourselves? It's mind-boggling how we put others before ourselves. It's true. It's true. We do. I made myself take a shower today. It was super hard to get in the shower, but I feel better now that I did it. So your pain, is your pain level high today, Joe? I know the ablation's coming, but I feel so insurance companies, I hate them. Yes, just Shelly. I got rid of a lot of makeup lately. Yes, she agrees with Joe. MRSP. Yeah. That's something that we do is just keep doing for other people, doing for other people. And then what happens is that's when I went through my first, I don't know if it's a breakdown. I would say it's a breakdown because I wasn't on any medication and I just cried for like a month straight. I mean, I was off work. Um, my pain is indescribable. It's so bad. Oh my gosh, Joe. I hate those insurance companies. I hate them. Stupid. And then if you wanted to get it earlier, you would have to pay for it yourself. And I bet it's not cheap. I bet it's very expensive because it's almost like a surgery. Yeah. So that's true. I went to the shop to help my sister, did some crafts, and I just haven't been doing a lot, leaving the house a lot. I want to just stay in, and I don't want to clean. I just want to stay in and just sit here on the couch and watch TV. A show that I have recently become addicted to. It's on Hulu and it comes on ABC. That's I saw that it was starting a new season. Will Trent. Yeah, just crying for no reason. Just when my husband would leave for work in the morning, I'd be up crying. He'd get home, I'd be crying. He didn't know what to do with me. He was very good to me. So, yeah, and the tears never dry up. And the runny nose stays runny. Yeah. Oh, well, that's good that you were approved, but the insurance, like they put limits on Joe. How do they know how long that lasts? Some dude in a suit said, well, you only need it every however so often. Dude's never been in pain in his life. My dog looks at me like, WTF is your issue? He's like, why you cry, mama? Why you cry? Yeah, I think when I had the breakdown, I had my Chihuahua puppy. They don't cause it. It's different for everyone. The insurance thing, some people last a year and others 4 months. That's what I mean. It's different for everyone. So it should go by the doctor's recommendation, not by Joe Schmo up here saying how long it should last. Yeah, we're on the same page, Jen. Yeah. Cause because I'm not sure what that means, Jen. Cause equals because. But yeah, it really should depend, like with a prescription. Not everybody has the same prescription and not everybody is prescription instructions are the same as well. Cuz it's short for because is short for because. Oh, they don't. Cause they don't, because it is different for everyone. Thank you, ladies, for clearing that up. You said I drive you crazy. I don't know. I might be the one who's not so um, right here in the brain. So yeah, I um I wish don't we all wish we were normal. I don't remember ever in my life, even as a teenager or a young person, being normal. It's very frustrating because my doctor wants me to have it every 3.5 months, but I can't afford it. Insurance only pays every 6 months. And that just, to me, Shelly, seems wrong. Not Shelly, I'm sorry, Joe. That seems wrong. Thank you, Jen. I know when I have the brain fog, sometimes I say the dumbest things. Oh no, Shelly, I have big brain fog. Yes. Foggled. Hmm. Yes. Our medical system should not be run by insurance companies. Absolutely. Absolutely, Jen. Zach was here earlier. He said he was tired, so he wasn't going to stay. I was wondering, in Canada, they have the socialist, the medicine. Everybody has the health insurance. I'm not sure how that works, but he said he only had dental, so I don't know. But I agree. Yeah, insurance companies who are not doctors, who are not in pain, who are just doing fine and dandy, telling us how long we need to wait. It's been a while here catching up. Hey, how you doing, Christine? Make sure. I need to leave these on, but I don't. Thank you, Shelly. Doing well. Hope everyone is. Yep, I'm doing pretty good. I'm having this whole, it's crappy outside. I don't want to do anything. And I'm taking all my medications. So since I'm taking all my medications, oh, it got flat. I have a colic right there. And it was up pretty high earlier. I was rocking the big high colic. Anyways, the insurance companies have people that don't have a high school diploma making life saving decisions, and they also employ doctors that have lost their licenses. Yeah, why would you want to take any advice from a doctor who lost their license? No. But yeah, it's good to see you, Christine. I love seeing your pups. Thank you, Shelly, but it's usually in a ponytail. Like I said today, I took a shower just before we came on live. So once we go off live, because I didn't have a chance to dry my hair until I sat down here. I got a fan over there I was drying my hair with. It'll be back in the ponytail. My husband doesn't mind it. He doesn't really care. Yeah. We were talking earlier about me trimming it, so I do have to do that. Not I haven't done it in a really long time. I haven't curled my hair in a really long time. I'm very proud of you for taking a shower. I know how hard it can be. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. And I just needed the accountability. I just needed to tell you guys I wasn't doing it so that I would do it. Um, and this morning while I'm taking the shower, I don't remember. I think it was Jen who recommended it, or Joe or Shelly. But I thought, if you had not procrastinated, you could take a nice, luxurious bath. But I just, yeah. Shelly says I need to get a blow dryer too. Yeah, I just use a fan. But if I was doing my hair, I would need a blow dryer. This is how I woke up. No, this is how I get out of the shower. So, but you see, I can't stop touching it. Maybe use lives as your excuse for a shower so you stay accountable like you said you needed. Yeah, yeah. My husband hated my hair in a bun. Yeah, my husband does not care. I just walked. It's freezing cold. I feel walking helps. Hydration helps too. Yes. And I have been so bad about the hydration. When I get in the shop and I start doing crafts, I don't even think about it. But at home, and I should put the watch back on. It buzzes every couple hours to make sure you're hydrating. I need to do that. So yes, it is freezing outside. Um, and even in the summer, I don't walk. I keep saying I'd like to, and then I don't do it. But it's my knees. It's my knees. I can't go very far, and then I'll have to sit down. So you know what I do in the summer, and this is the summer. I putz around the yard doing garden stuff and that kind of thing. So, and I try to do it like 20 minutes and sit, or 40 minutes and then be done, or so let's see. So yeah, any suggestions about how to get more motivated? Because this is definitely, to me, this is seasonal affective disorder. Like I said, I don't have it all year. When I take my meds, I'm usually right on. Oh, and my finger hurts trying to do that. So there's snow coming, and so everything is going to start aching even more. Um, isn't that crazy? I can't I can't snap my fingers. There. This side is okay. I can't. That's weird. Isn't it like when as you get older and things stop working, things we take for granted, and then I'm like, "Ow." Yeah, because you can't make coffee without water. So, oh, my doctor says to drink water. I told her I'd do it just in coffee form. I know. But I have this. I have no excuses. I have this. I just am not picking it up enough. And it's not good for me. I can feel a difference when I'm dehydrated. So yeah. I honestly don't know. I'm having a hard time myself. Depression is hard this time of year. That that's what, yeah, Joe. And so like I'm I'm I think I'm overthinking it. I think I just need to be okay with where I'm at. It's winter. It happens every year. Winter comes, and I have two I just filled with coffee. My mom says that same thing, Shelly. Uh, I do drink water. It's just coffee or Coca Cola. She drinks the Coke Zero. I'm like, That's not the same." I have to. Okay, my doctor said water first, coffee spikes your sugar levels, high blood. Yeah, when I drink coffee and I go to the doctor, if I drink it in the morning before I go to the doctor, my blood pressure is a little high. Thank you, Shelly. It's okay to not be okay. And I just need to be okay with it because I won't be here next week. I am going with my friend to her doctor appointment, but I will be back the week after that. Because I need this right now. We'll pick a different topic. I know depression can be just depressing. Everyone always tells me count my blessings and I feel better. That has never worked for me. No, not me either. No. Because when you get depressed, the last thing you're thinking about is your blessings. Your head's going, this hurts. I can't do this. I don't want to get up. The kitchen's a mess. The bedroom's a mess. It's laundry everywhere. I need to do that too, but I just don't want to. And I'm not saying that it's actually a choice because this is the problem. I'm not, it's okay to not be okay. I need to tell myself that more because I upset myself when I don't reach those goals, like taking down the Christmas lights. It's okay. It's inside. It's not outside. Just stop worrying about it. They'll come down when you get to it. But my crazy brain is like, it's almost February. You need to take those lights down. And also, it's costing you electricity because if the tree is up, I'm turning it on. And it's so cute. Let me show you my Christmas tree. Let's see if you can see it real good. Right there. That's my Christmas tree. So it's super cute. Those Beanie Baby ornaments, I love those. I've had those for so long. Yes, I had to slow down on coffee. Now it's water, and I make a beets drink help with my blood pressure. Yeah. Read and repeat, read and repeat. Crystal, think about what you love the most. Reading, jigsaw puzzles, things you can do. And see what I love the most right now, Christine, is TV. I was talking about Will Trent. Great show. If any of you guys can watch it, it's on ABC and then Hulu the next day. I'm not sure where else you can find it. They talk a lot about mental health and trauma. And it's a detective show, which is cool. And then there's this super cute little chihuahua in there. I don't know if you guys remember my little buddy, my last bestest dog was a chihuahua. So, things you can do. My husband died 15 months ago. I thought I'd never recover. I have, but I have times of sadness. I have times of sadness comes PT1. Oh, I that's understandable. You're grieving, Christine. That's not that long. You're still grieving, and you're going to do that however is good for you to grieve. Oh, wait. Let's see. If it makes you happy, why do you need to take it down? Because society says so. Society sucks. Thank you, Jack. No, I just like for my living room to have that empty space there. It makes me feel accomplished. But when the lights come on, like they did, what, an hour ago, and I'm looking at my Beanie Baby ornaments and my Harry Potter ornaments and my Detroit Lions ornaments, and yeah, it does bring me joy. My sister keeps a white Christmas tree up all year just because she says it makes her happy. Yeah. Might last 2 weeks in the I know it will leave, but will come back. Just know it will pass. Yes. Yeah. And that's where you got to be in when you're grieving. So I need to take some of that advice for myself. You got to do it one day at a time. You got to feel your feelings, but don't obsess over it. Things that I can't get done. And here's the thing. In my brain, I set the goal. I don't meet the goal. So in my brain I'm like, you suck. Why didn't you get that done? That was so easy, you know? And then so it's on and on and on and on. Part 1. Gotcha. Shelly, I don't want to hear it. Detroit Lions rock. Sounds like that's something you love. Leave it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Did you guys get a good look at it when I turned it, or was that not good? Yeah. Got my little Barbie angel on top. I don't know if you saw that. We are always harder on ourselves. Exactly. And that negative self-talk that comes from depression, but it also increases your depression. And I need to work on that too. So maybe next time we'll talk about that negative self-talk in our heads. Cuz you're right. If somebody else couldn't get their tree down, I'd be saying the same thing you guys are to me. If you like it, leave it up. So what am I worried about? When you say it out loud, it helps. Make a list. If you only check off one thing, it's good enough. I do have a list, Christine. It's on the fridge. So I do have a list, and I walk by it every day. It's on the fridge, but again, it's the motivation. It's the motivation. So, let me see. How do I turn the camera around on here? We have been programmed to give a shit about stupid stuff, and our brain can't let something go. Yeah, and I think that's part of that whole, how you were raised, and your inner child. I believe in that, your inner child, and how they've been neglected and things like that. So you've given me a lot to think of. A lot to think of. So I have a lot to think of and some things to do, but I will be sitting on the couch most of the day watching Will Trent, getting caught up on it. But it's a good show. I recommend it. Just remember, they do talk about trauma in the show. So if that would set you off, you may not want to see that. It's just really good and funny. There are support groups on Facebook, closed groups. I've never, what would you look up, Christine, to find one of these groups? Would you just look up depression or something like that? But I like talking to you guys. That helps me. Just messaging back and forth, I don't know how effective that would be for me. And I know we're doing that here. You're messaging me, but I'm the one who's talking. I'm the one who's getting the therapy right now. I know you guys enjoy the Wellness Wednesdays, but I really do benefit. But we love it, and it makes us happy. The hell with what people in our brain says, right? I listen to my brain way too much. I need to stop that. Stop listening to my brain. Yeah, and just be in the moment and like day to day. And people say, well, quit saying you're depressed and you won't be depressed. Well, that's not true. That's the dumbest thing anybody can say to you. They don't understand it if they say that. And talking about it helps. Yes, Shelly, it's okay to not be okay. I'm going to go put that shirt on when we're done. Did you see I have my Broken Crayon Still Color shirt? Yeah, I like that shirt too. Maybe I should make me a mug that says it's okay to not be okay too. Okay, I'm going to keep the tree up. I'm not going to give myself limitations on when to take it down. And my husband doesn't want to take the boxes out in the cold to the shed anyways. So he's really easy to get along with. Thank you, Joe. I love this shirt too. And usually I'm just doing the lives and whatever I got on, but I put this on specifically for today. And I haven't done that in a long time too. So, taking the shower did help me feel better. But yeah, there's a lot of work I need to do on my negative self-talk. That's why I think not next week because I won't be here, but the week after that, we'll start to approach that subject and see where we go with that. And if you want to talk about your inner child, we can do that too with the negative self-talk, because that kind of goes together in my brain. I'm not sure about anybody else. No, Shelly, I'm not going to do that. I don't want a Valentine's tree. If it's up, it's still going to be a Christmas tree. Because I'm an obsessive person as well. So I have a lot of issues. Because if I do that, then I'm going to have to do every holiday. I'm going to have to leave it up all year and do every single holiday. And I don't want to do that because I'm obsessive. So once I start doing that, I'll have to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? And then it'll be even more stress because next year maybe I don't want the Valentine's tree. And then in my head, I'm going to be like, why not? You did it last year. May I add what helps too is a cold washcloth on head and neck. Cold deters our thoughts. Okay. And we all have a lot of issues. Yeah. I know, but I'm not making excuses. I'm telling you things that happen in my brain that I know um will occur. That's why I don't diet. I don't diet because I have done it before and gone overboard. And then all the weight comes back and you just feel worse. So I don't diet. I stopped doing that years ago. I don't have a scale. I get weighed at the doctor. My issues have issues. May I send you IG message of things I feel could be helpful that I find? Absolutely. Absolutely. That would be great. I would appreciate that, Christine. I would appreciate that. Has anyone else thought that we give ourselves all these labels and maybe all these labels make things worse? I personally, Jen, I don't feel that way. I feel that labeling it, and this is me, my electrician brain. Once I label it, I know how to fix it, or I know what can help me with it. Like we're talking about depression. Once I label it, and I know it's just the seasonal affective disorder that I'm having now, that I know that will go away. And that's why I think I'm overthinking. I gotta quit saying I think I'm overthinking. Um, so for me, the labeling of it helps. I know a lot of people are not helped by labeling, but for me, um, I I once I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression, I felt better because I knew there was a thing, that it wasn't just me, that there was a thing that I could get medicine to help me with it. Um, yeah. Oh, you figured out your lamp issue? That's excellent. I want to send you the hydration 1 minute fix, but it's a lot of cussing by very informative. It makes sense. No, you can send me that. I don't swear, but it doesn't really, unless someone's swearing at me and yelling at me and swearing, that if they're just in conversation bringing up a word, that's fine. That's fine. Need a new bulb. Excellent. So you did try the plugging thing. We use them as an excuse. I know that that can happen. I know that. Um, but I am or used to be a type A personality. So, um, depression when I was diagnosed didn't stop me, or anxiety. Once I got the medication, I felt 100 times better. I was better at work. I was more focused. And so I think it depends on the person, Jen, and that can come out in your therapy sessions. Um, and but when I know what a thing is in my brain, it's helpful to me because then I go into troubleshooting mode. How do I fix it? Or is there not a fix for it? What do I need to do to ease the pain, or, and that kind of stuff? Hello, hello, Tasharia. How are you doing today? I'm not saying you specifically, just have seen a lot of people in general that use. Yes, I agree, Jen. There are people that use them as an excuse. And there are people that don't want to be labeled in any way. So there's like different ends of the spectrum. And so, yeah, I would say person by person kind of a thing. Uh, 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 uh. But yeah, Jen, I understand what you're saying. Do you feel like you are in a black hole at times, the dark place? I mean, no. Um, the suicidal ideations and the hurting myself, I don't do that anymore because I'm on the medication. those don't affect me um, because of the medication. And that's why I'm saying that I know this is seasonal. I know that this is going to pass. Now, in my brain, I'm not telling myself that, but I need to. Yeah, thank you, Jen. Doing well, just working. Good to see you. I hope that your mental health is doing good too. It's always great when you come by. Hugs. I can't see those little emojis, Shelly. I gotta put my glasses back on. Zipper, no mouth, zipper, no mouth. I can't use any of those meds, so have had to learn how to fight and better my. Oh, okay. Yeah. And I preach about the meds because a lot of people have negative ideas about them. So, same, Crystal. I personally need the medication to help me through the dark times. Yes, Joe. It's removed two things from my life that are not good for me. So, greetings, everyone. Mental health is decent. Okay. Well, that's good to hear. We're talking about seasonal affective disorder, depression. Gotta run. Have a great day. Hey, Jen, have a great day. And just the weather is bad, and I've been harping on myself to get motivated, and I'm wondering if I just need to just not be motivated. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe I'm taking too much on, overthinking, things like that. And so I remember I was at work and somebody's like, "You're so chill." Oh, I said something about having to take medication for mental health. They're like, "You're so chill." I said, "Yes, I am. But if I didn't take my medication, you would not like me." Yeah. I remember that vividly because they were surprised that I was on medication. And so I take that now as a badge of honor. If I don't look like someone who's on medication, I am someone who's on medication. And that's when you get a good psychiatrist and a good therapist and they figure out what you need. And also, I've told you about rehab before, and that really helped me a lot. I hated being there, I hated it, but they did help me a lot with a lot of stuff. So I don't recommend rehab. But for me at the time, it was necessary and it was what they did what I was telling they told me what it was, they described it to me and gave me tools, coping mechanisms to deal with it, and gave me lots of other stuff. And so from learning about alcoholism and what causes it and how they treated and that's when I found out I was an ACA, adult child of alcoholic. Okie dokie. Let's see. Yeah, in Michigan we have snow. The temperature yesterday was 40, but it's going to drop to 25 today. And um yeah. So I'm just staying in, really. We all feel differently in the moment. I have no reason to be sad or depressed, but it comes. It doesn't care who you are. My sister said lots of, I'm not sure what that is. Have it worse than, oh, lots of people have it worse than you. And now, and I don't like that either because maybe they do, but I'm still important, you know, and you do have a reason. You're still dealing with the passing of your husband, and I can understand how that would take years for me. Um, and that, I understand they have it worse than me. I understand that. But when I'm in my head, um, it's very selfish. You're thinking about everything you did wrong. You're thinking about everything you could have done, or you're thinking about everything you should have done, or it's very selfish, but you're in your head, and that's what your brain is telling you, that you're not smart enough, you're not athletic enough, you're not pretty enough, things like that. And when you're in that moment, you don't think about other people. It is. Yes, it's not. No, it's not. And it's not helpful. That's the thing. If you want, like Shelly said, it's okay to not be okay. That was helpful for me. For someone to say people have it worse than you, that is not helpful in any way. How is that supposed to help me? You know? And I do try, I don't volunteer, but I do try to um help people. I donate things to the food cupboard that I don't use. Um And also I'm doing the fostering. That's what I do. I hate that saying it makes you feel, it does. It's not helpful in any way. It just makes you feel worse about yourself. Just because someone has something worse than you, or it doesn't minimize our issues or excuse it. Yes. Yes. And somebody saying that, I don't know. I don't even know if they believe that. Do you know what I mean? They're saying other people have it worse than you, but then aren't they the person who's still all about themselves as well? You know, why don't you think about other people like me? I have it worse than you. And it doesn't mean your issues, it doesn't minimize your issues. Absolutely, Shelly, it doesn't. And where you might think the issue is this big, in my brain, the issue is this big. You know, so you're not understanding me and what I'm trying to tell you. And that's when you have to get a therapist, because if nobody will listen to you, you're just going to keep going round and round and round. Just because, let me put my glasses back on. Okay. You are a good person. You came on here to help others often. Says a lot about who you are. Thank you, Christine. And like I said, when we get done here, I'm going to feel really good because I got to come here and talk to you guys. I say it to myself all the time, and believe me, it doesn't help at all. That people have it worse off than you, it doesn't help. It doesn't. So, yeah. Um yeah, and usually what I'll do is I won't argue with that person. I'll just be like, "Okay," and walk away, cuz um they have nothing of value to give me in my life. Yes, I say it to my yes, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm beating myself up enough. I don't need you to come on over here and tell me to beat myself up more. That is someone who doesn't understand mental health. I beat myself up all the time over it. I need to stop. Me too, Shelly. Me too. I'll probably do good for a few days after our lives. I really feel much better, and I try to implement the things that we talk about if I can remember them through my brain fog. Um, but yeah. Mm, let's see. Um, how did we get on that topic? So, won't be here next week. Week after that, we're going to talk about negative self-talk and our inner child. We're going to do that. That'll probably take a couple of weeks at least, the inner child. So, my inner child is named Crystal, and she's like 10. She's like 10, and she has a lot of issues. But it's beat into me or breed into me as a child and still going strong, but it's not. That's confusing. But it's bred into me as a child and still going strong, not. Yeah, I need more words, Shelley. Bred into me. Yes, yes. These are things that we learned in our childhood and our growth stunted at certain ages. And that's our inner child. We will talk about this. I don't want to talk about it today because I want to, have something to talk about when we come back. Yeah. Saying someone has it worse than me. Yeah. Yeah. And that, and like, I can't think, but my grandma used to always have these stupid sayings too, um, about how you do have it better than some other people. And, at points in our life, we didn't have it better. Um, even as a child or as an adult. So, yeah. So I think that will help. I don't talk enough about my inner child, and that work through that with the adult children of alcoholics really, really helped me a lot. It really did. It helped me understand things about myself that were driving me nuts, and I didn't understand why I was doing them, or I was just too much like my dad. That drove me crazy. But I mean, there are some things that I get from him that are good. You know, it's we'll talk about it in a couple weeks. So let's see, what time do we have here? 2:52. So that means we got 8 minutes. I think that saying can be helpful if we allow it to be, especially if we say it to ourselves. It can help us feel as though the issue isn't as huge as it seems in the grand scheme of things. I agree. But for someone in the throes of depression, it was not helpful to me. But you're saying say it to ourselves, like say it even to our inner child or whoever. If we're saying it to ourselves and it helps us, I understand that. I've never said it to myself. And and it shows gratitude. In the middle of depression, it's hard to have gratitude. It is. Even if you have a journal. And I'm just speaking from my experience. So this is just me. I'm not speaking for anyone else. And so we're all different. And so I do see the other side of the coin, of what you're talking about. It's fun to be nuts, keeps people on their toes. And Shelley said it doesn't help her. But I think what Tasharia is saying is that if we say it to ourselves, it can be a motivator. Um, if you are a personality type, that will help. You know, I don't think anybody has ever been told that whether they're depressed or not, and it has you know even really felt like, yeah, I should, yeah, I should think about, because we're kind of selfish, born selfish, and I don't mean selfish. I just mean that, what am I meaning? I'm sorry. I got you, Shelley. I beat myself up on a daily basis saying it. I see her point as well, Shelley, and I see yours. And, especially if you have kids, um, that's something, and I think that's where it came from growing up. You're lucky you have what you have. Other people have it worse. Um, what else? If you touch my grandma, we were rich, but we had a lot of empty refrigerators. A lot of empty refrigerators. And so I don't know why she thinks that. My parents were horrible with money. Yes, it's all on an individual basis. I do see that. And I do agree with you on that point. Yeah. For me, it was not helpful. That doesn't mean, and especially said in a different context, then you should be grateful, or people have it worse than you, because it doesn't usually come out very nice. It's not like, well, you understand that you have these things, and that, nobody's been explaining it to me very nicely. Let me just say that. And, but it is all on an individual basis. Yes. So, Shelly, we just got to stop beating ourselves up. I know that's easier said than done. I know it. Because I'm going through it right now. I do like that we get different points of view too. That's it, Crystal. It always seems so derogatory. Yeah. And nobody's ever just been nice about it and explained, now parents nowadays might, because, parenting now isn't the same as it was in the 80s, and 70s and 80s. And so now they may take a different approach to it, which may help other people better. So, and I know you have kids too, Tisharia, and I think if it's explained in a better way than just be grateful, or you have it better than other people. Um, so, yeah. So I think if you're explaining it different to your kids, that might be helpful. We might need to tell our inner childs about that as well. Exactly. It's the delivery of the words. It always seems, yes, it does. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, I've never had anybody nicely say, well, you can be grateful for this and this and this in your life. Someone who knows me and wants to communicate with me. Saying it's not in a snotty way would have helped. Saying is not. I got you, Shelly. That's what the knot's for. Yes. Hello, FabFit Mama. How are you doing? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. We're talking about glasses. Yes, I need my glasses. These are my librarian glasses. That's good that you're okay. We were just talking about some seasonal affective disorder and some depression, and yeah. Do you not like my glasses, Shelly? I think they're schmexy. Schmexy. My little cat eye. And then they're tortoise, or whatever that is. Tortoise. I think they're tortoise. Um So that's what I've been having to deal with, is the seasonal affective disorder. I'm gonna try to implement some of the suggestions, using my light more, um, not being so hard on myself about not getting things done. They think I might have fibromyalgia. Oh no. Joe loves my glasses. Thank you, Joe. I think I might. Yeah, my sister has that. It's not. Yeah, it's bad. I'm glad that they're able to diagnose it better now. Yes, but you could see what you was reading, and you were getting confused on what we said. Yes. Yes. And I should have had my glasses on. Joe has had fibro since 2007. Yeah. Okay, I have to reevaluate how I say it to my children, lol. They'll be complaining about not being able to do something, and I'll take them to the street corner and look at the unhoused. Their life isn't bad. Yep. I understand. And yeah, and you know what? It might get in better too. It might get in better. I love that you're willing to look at it from a different point of view to Sharia. I have my appointment on the 28th. I just have to figure out a new way of doing things. Yes, well, you've probably had it for a while. Were you just recently diagnosed? Have you been in testing for quite some time, Christine? Thank you. See, Shelly, Shelly, you were just telling me that I needed to wear them. I understand that. I'm always trying to, like squinty. I can do this. So yeah, I think my sister had fibromyalgia for a long time before she was diagnosed, and she was diagnosed when they weren't diagnosing people. She just had excuse me, and it's the nerve pain as well. No, it is the nerve pain, the fibromyalgia. Correct, Joe? It's in the nerves, because like if you touch somebody with fibromyalgia, I mean, just touch them, sometimes that can be painful, especially if they're having a flare. I've not been diagnosed yet, but I have had symptoms for about 2 years. Yes. Squinting will make your eyes sight worse, so stop it. Fine. See, I can't stop messing with my hair. What? I was hospitalized for 9 days. My mind was in a really bad place a long time ago. I definitely understand. Yes, and that is a trauma. That's definitely a trauma. So, yep. Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate you trying to help, but I'm stubborn. I get that from you. Shelly squints all the time. Thank you, Christine. Uh, perhaps she does wear glasses, so. Okay, you guys, it's after 3. I do not lies. Yeah. Are you getting more coffee? Will you warm me up? Hugs to all. Hang in there, Crystal. Thank you, Christine. Have a great 2 weeks. Sorry, I meant squint all the time. Yeah. Joe says goodbye, everybody. So yeah, I won't be here next week, but in 2 weeks I will be here, and we are going to hit the inner child and the negative self-talk. So have a great couple of weeks, everybody, and I will see you later. Bye, everybody. Bye.